Podcasting from Las Vegas, Nevada, the entertainment capital of the world. This is Drunk Weekends OV, and I'm your host, Primetime Tony, followed by my host, Mean Dean, and your master of ceremonies, Mike. We also have a special guest tonight, Whimsical Maggie.
Oh, man. You know what? I like that one. I really like that one. That was good.
The Mean Gene Okerlund kind of reference.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
That was cool. That was cool. That was good. You know, I'm not a Magic Mike anymore.
No. The magic's kind of fallen off.
Oh, man.
What does whimsical mean?
Whimsical. What is whimsical? It's
what is it? It's
You guys
not like
you don't know what it means.
Well, we have the power of the interwebs here. We should probably
just jump to the interwebs to figure out what
I can't believe with our combined
intellect.
Yeah, we can't figure out what whimsical means. We probably do know what it means. We're just
I think like subconsciously, I think that you can figure
playfully
it out.
quaint or fanciful, especially in an appealing and amusing way.
Thank you.
Yeah,
A whimsical sense of humor.
So like because we
A behavior.
we
No.
like we knew what it meant, but like we didn't really know how to explain it. I feel like it happens to me a lot with a lot of words. Like I can use it, but like I can't be completely sure what it means. But I know I'm using it the right
You're
way.
using it the right. You're not out there just bullshitting your way through it.
I kind of feel like I do that at my job all the time. So
I do that every single day, man. I bullshit my way through everything at work.
yeah, it's you know. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and get started. What are we, guys? Oh, you know what did you say? What are we drinking?
Oh, today we went America today. We have.
You know what? And I think it was completely by accident.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a choice. It kind of just happened.
We have we have Budweiser Red Lager.
Which
Tony got.
Yeah, which is a George Washington hand-penned recipe from his own military journal from 1757.
That's pretty legit.
That's really
pretty
cool.
cool.
That's.
Is it? Have you guys tried it? Is it? How is it?
I haven't tasted it. Let's see.
Kind of like ginger ale, right?
Shut up.
It's a little bit aged.
You taste that molasses?
No, I did not.
And then
I think we also have a jackpot staple on the table there.
Yes, we do. We got this Bud Light. I brought the Bud Light because I'm trying to watch my figure, and also I'm just preparing myself for my trip down to Twin Falls because I know I'll probably be
drinking a whole lot of these. It's gonna be life.
Maybe a Bud Light Lime.
Hell yeah! There's gonna be some slimes in there.
Yeah. And then I'm drinking a Miller. I don't know why I chose it today. I felt like I just needed something to drink that was pretty quick. And when I was in Lee's, I was like, I should get Miller or Bud Light. And I was like, no, I'll go for Miller. We would have had way more Bud Lights right now. But,
Man, that would have been cool.
Miller.
And shout out to the one Zima that was brought out.
And made itself on the table from last podcast. It's limited release too, so.
I want Maggie to try it. I want her to try it.
I'm just scared because you guys said it tastes like Smirnoff.
The Smirnoff Ice?
To me, it's just like a Sprite is what it tastes like an alcoholic
With alcohol
Sprite.
in it,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what it tastes. I don't get the Smirnoff. Smirnoff was weird. It had like a I don't know what the taste.
It had a sharp taste.
It does.
Too much alcohol.
This is like a prom Sprite. You know, it's the soda that you'll kind
I
of.
like how we're analyzing a clear beverage in a clear bottle, like we know what we're talking about.
We have no fucking idea. We're drinking beer and having a good
American
time.
beer.
America.
I felt like all of us had to take a drink right now for some reason. All right, guys. So I guess we'll go ahead and jump into it. We didn't have any topics the last one, so I kind of feel like we should talk about at least one topic. One topic I have in mind, only because there's a lot of shit going on right now. Is it in Guatemala, the volcanoes and shit going on, and then also in Hawaii, like all the volcanoes and stuff going off there. So I was just wondering, like, natural disaster wise, like, what have you guys seen that's been like crazy for you guys? Like, what's been the worst, I guess, natural disaster in your guys' life here on Earth? I mean, for most of us, for us to be, we're probably going to say it has to be ice cold snow, right, or something like that.
Also, when Jackpot almost burned down. Remember that?
Oh
When they,
yeah, because it was in the air. You
Yeah.
remember that when they had all the firefighters down
at the football field and like at the little
there
everyone
was like
camped out.
quite a bit, like a
Yeah.
lot of them there, and that's just crazy. No evacuation though, so
Well, they did send out a warning. They did send out a
did
warning
they?
that if it was going to get a little closer, that you might as well start thinking about leaving.
What was
Yeah.
burning?
Well,
The
there's a lot of
sagebrush,
weeds, there's a lot of
yeah.
weeds and
Yeah.
stuff around Jackpot.
Because it
so,
gets
like,
really dry, and then one lightning strike, and that's all it takes.
Yeah, it's cool because like they show it at 5 Mile. They have the little sign that shows the green, yellow,
Oh, yeah.
red, and red means like really dry. Yellow means like just kind of midway, and the green's like it's good. It's probably not gonna catch fire. Because I mean, we get a lot of rainstorms and stuff up there, like thunderstorms, and like that's mainly what causes most of the fires up there.
Yeah.
And that's probably what caused that fire, which
Lightning.
was really big.
That was probably like the biggest one that we that we got the warning from.
Because I remember waking up, you could smell it
Yeah,
outside. That's
yeah.
just crazy. Yeah, I mean, snowstorms. You guys remember any,
Snowstorms.
frequent snowstorms
Yeah.
back home?
I've done a few earthquakes in California.
You know what? Were you in Jackpot when we had the earthquake?
No, I wasn't. But
You
I
weren't?
was in Reno, and we had one a week later. And
Really?
I was in my dorm room. And it's pretty funny because I was laying on my bed and I was watching like I was because on YouTube they'll do like you remember those books, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark?
Yeah.
But if you go on YouTube, they'll like read them to you. And I was
Nice.
like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna listen to this and just creep myself out. And then I'm listening to it, and then all of a sudden like, and it's weird like before an earthquake. It's really weird because like things get like really quiet.
Yeah.
Like you kind of
It's almost like you could feel nothing.
right, yeah. And it got really quiet, and then all of a sudden my bed just shook.
Yeah.
And I turned around, I was ready. I was like, it's fucking Kyle. I'm going to fucking hit him. Because I left my door open. And I turned around, and there was no one there. And I jumped, and I was like, what the fuck? And then all of a sudden, you just feel it. It starts slow, and then it went really hard. And then it just stopped. And I was like, shit,
It was
man, that was the
crazy,
craziest
man, 'cause,
thing I
like,
ever felt.
I remember in Jackpot, I just got out of the shower, so like I was getting dressed, and then like I remember I felt like the little shake. I was like, "What the fuck was that?" Like I thought it was like a fucking diesel drive-by or something like that. And then like it was just a little one, and then it just went, just boom, boom. And you can feel the ground below you moving, and like you can see things moving, and it's just like it was crazy ass feeling, and that just scared the shit out of me, and like. All you're thinking about is like this shit better end, man, because I won't die. And eventually, it stopped. I mean, it wasn't like too long, but like it felt long because I was scared as shit. And then like after it stopped, I ran. I was like, "Did anyone else feel that?" And they're like, "Yeah, we fucking felt it. The whole house was shaking. It was crazy."
I think the funniest earthquake story for me was it was
You put them on a chart from Funny.
Yeah.
You live in California,
so we were at work and it was graveyard, and then we had an earthquake. And when the earthquake hit Sam's Club, you would see the racks like moving, but also the walls would shake and it go boom, boom. We had a manager at the time when the first earthquake hit, because they were one after another. Gets on the walkie, whoever's pounding on the wall better stop it. And I'm like, you know how hard you'd have to pound on a wall that big to make the whole store hear it? I'm like, dude, we just had an earthquake. We should probably leave the building. And I was like, you think?
Oh, fucking
But
Tony, the
it
man
was
of
like
reason.
boom, boom. And he's like, whoever's pounding on the wall. If I had a break in there, only the people around me would hear it, not the whole freaking 160 square foot store.
That's fucking crazy. Earthquakes, man.
They're just-
Those are a trip, man.
I was on the toilet one time and there was an earthquake. And I remember sitting there and I looked over my bathtub, did this, like it twisted.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck. But then it got to the point where I'm like, well, I'm going to finish taking this shit.
Well,
Because after it goes, you're like, another one? Because I'm on the third story anyway, so I'm just going to crush what's below me. So I was like, no, we're good. I'll finish it.
when it happened, did you think like, if I go out, people are gonna find me? I'm gonna go.
Position with my
I'm
pants
gonna
around
go
my-
out like Elvis there.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm the shitter. And then I fought wildfires. I fought one wildfire. We're
So
close to highway.
were you working on the time that?
Not the big one. I knew there was some big ones that I moved to Cali. The one I fought it was in Contact, and we were called out because lightning had struck something. And we get out there and we put it out. At least we thought we put it out. And then they sent me around with this thing they called a piss pump. It was a backpack with water and it had a little spray gun. You go around, there's what they call hot spots. There's little spots that are so hot and then you just spray them out. And I get to an edge And then when I get over the edge, 60-foot high flames came up the edge. So we all
Holy
ran back.
shit.
And then that whole weekend, we evacuated contact. We had to have planes come in.
Put it out?
Yeah, it took us all weekend to put it out. I remember I worked the general store and the fire at the same time. So I'd go to I would sleep out there in contact, go to the general store, work, and then the fire truck would pick me up, and then I'd go back out there and then for a whole weekend till we find the highway was closed. I remember we'd be in the fire truck going back out there, and there's just cars everywhere because no one could go south. And when you're up there, it's the only road going south.
Yeah. That's a trip, man.
But it was crazy.
But it's crazy for the people like in Guatemala and in Hawaii, especially like dealing with volcanoes, dude. That's
true.
That's
right?
like that's Mother Nature just saying like, nah, fuck you guys. You know, that's
You probably shouldn't be living here. At this point, right?
well, Hawaii is
literally made out of volcanoes.
Yeah, is that how it
It's
was
like
formed?
islands are made and stuff like that. And it's just like, well, let's build life here. Let's go ahead and build a civilization here. We'll be all right. And it's just like, maybe we should.
It goes to show you how man just does not give a fuck.
Exactly.
They're like, nah, we'll be all right.
Well, what about
It was Maui. It was
what about
Maui.
you, Maggie? I mean, you've been living in Vegas your whole life here, so like, what's the craziest, I guess, craziest weather storm or anything like that's happened here for you?
Well, so I don't know if this was a dream or if this actually happened. I feel like I have a lot of these memories where I don't know if it's a dream or if it's real. But I remember being little and we had an earthquake, and I remember like my uncle telling me to like hide under the door hedge thing.
Oh yeah, the doorway.
But that's where the memory ends. So I don't know if that's real or not. But the one I do remember is when we just had like a really bad sandstorm. Like it was really windy and literally like you had to be inside because if not, the sand was gonna like cut your face.
Like that.
Yeah.
I remember.
We flooded a couple times.
Yeah,
but
there's been quite a bit of
no,
floods
people
here.
have fun with that. They just like
yeah.
start jet skiing. It's fine.
Like you remember that?
I've seen some pictures where Luis was walking through some water by UNLV, and it was like
It was
up
crazy.
to his like
No, 'cause
up to his like
I remember the one that was
whatever
really
you call
bad.
this.
Like it was flooding.
yeah that.
Oh, was it the one where?
Crazy at you by like,
Yeah,
it was flooding crazy in
Where,
Vegas. in
where
general.
there were students on like
Yeah,
kayaks,
like
right?
that made like national news and stuff like that, showing like how much rain there was here in Vegas.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Well, do you remember that one time in Jackpot though? Like, it rained so bad that it did get flooded, but then they had to build. What was it that they built? They had to do something where they had to build to protect. So we wouldn't get.
That wasn't
Yeah,
what it was. 2017 when Salmon River flooded.
No.
Remember?
No.
Because it's like right before we went to Jackpot, the Salmon River flooded, and there was a chance we couldn't go that way.
because the roads were.
Yeah, because the road, the river was going over the bridge.
I remember that. That was really recently.
That was my first trip to Jackpot because I remember.
Oh, that was your.
no, because I was
first trip
already
to-
dreading the regular 8-hour drive, and they were like, "Oh, we might have to go through St. George," and it's I had 2 more hours. I was like, "Fuck this! I'm not going. I'm just staying this
We
time."
had to make like another way around or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
I remember that.
That drive is really cool. I like that drive.
Jackpot drive?
From Vegas to Jackpot? Yeah, I love that drive.
Well, the drive from here to Reno is
it's ridiculous.
nonsense,
That's the
man.
one that's fucking.
It's
That's the one that
it's a
drags.
struggle, man. Because that was
Yeah. No, but because I always like I
because you
calculate.
know
Okay.
everything almost, right?
Yeah. Like you calculate. Okay, I'm in Alamo.
Yeah.
I know in an hour and a half I'll be in Lund. In 30
Yeah.
minutes from Lund I'll be in Ely, and then the longest stretch is Ely to Wells.
Yeah,
That seems like a pretty
is
long
long.
stretch. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
Well, we had a snowstorm last time we were up.
That was fucking scary.
That was a trip,
I
man.
was, and we were in his car, so I just
Yeah,
thought
we
we were
were-
gonna flip over and I
We were
don't know.
sliding all over the place. It was kind of fun though.
Were you guys living here when it snowed in Vegas? In like
Yeah.
2008? Remember that? You guys were.
I was born here.
Oh, yeah.
Vegas born.
Yeah.
I just got so excited.
Well, no, because I was here for that too. That was like ridiculous.
That was
That was in 2008.
2008, yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't here. No, definitely not here.
I remember
No,
seeing it on the
yours-
news because I remember it was as bad as when Malibu got snow in California. I remember on the news, Malibu got 2 inches of snow, and I'm like, no, why?
No, dude, when it snowed here, it's like
Was it
like
End of time.
it was enough to stay on the floor? Or?
yeah. It
No,
was like,
here
it was
it,
a
like,
snowstorm.
piled.
Yeah.
And like I
What do you
remember
consider
that
a
it
pile,
was,
though?
no, it was
It's probably like a
okay
foot,
for Vegas.
maybe
It
a
was
little
a
less.
pile.
Yeah. It's not,
Okay.
it's
It
not,
was like this much.
Yeah.
But like I remember that like we got out of class that day because it was a half day, and like we were just like, oh man, it's raining. Oh no, it's snowing. And people went crazy.
Yeah.
It was great.
Well, it's
and
good.
then the next day, it was a snow day, But the fucking sun was out. It all melted.
Yeah, I melted away. It was funny because the next day we flew to Mexico. And then you would just like you'd see all like the snow on the pile just already, like all the cars getting all the slush and everything. Yeah,
that's fine. You guys had it was funny. You guys had like rain days here too, right? Someone might have told me that like it rained so bad, like the roads would be so bad. It's like, oh, we gotta close school today.
No,
just for rain. No.
The only clothes I ever had was that one snow day.
Mm-hmm.
Did Jackpot ever have snow days?
we did.
So I was like, wait, no one was ever that bad that they could not get through the snow to school.
No, but not for us because the teachers from Idaho couldn't drive up.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
So
a lot of them live in Idaho.
So shout out to Marion Oneida, John Ward, Mike Strong, Mrs. Strong.
All of them didn't live here.
Yeah,
we just can't make it. Oh well.
Shout out to Yoman who only had to walk across the street to get to class.
Yeah. She would not miss school for the life of her, man.
But there was times where like that snow is coming in, and you're still walking to school like walking through it, just like struggling.
The worst, man.
You guys end up living closer though, so it was nicer.
When we lived in Green Acres.
Yeah, but when you lived in Twin Springs, that's more.
When we lived in Twin Springs, it was crazy.
Well, when you guys lived in Twin Springs, I remember one year, I think I told this story before, but Ishmael was walking to school, and it was super cold, dude. Like, I was riding my Schwinn, and like, you know when it gets so, like, you wake up, and you turn on channel 13 just to see the time, and then you see like the weather on the bottom, and it's like -8 right now. It's like, oh god damn. So I'd go ride my bike, and it's the kind of cold that like your nose, like the inside of your nose gets all frozen.
Yeah,
you're breathing cold air.
Your nose hairs get frozen.
And it just gets started. And then the worst thing about it, it's something else.
You're breathing cold air.
You can breathe it. You can smell it. You can feel your nose hairs just like
the moco gets stuck inside.
If you shower in the morning, your hair is frozen by the time.
You get to class, yeah. So I was riding my Schwinn.
Thank God I didn't shower.
I was riding my Schwinn, and it was early in the morning, and I'm guessing Ish almost had detention or something, dude. But I think he was a senior or a junior. I don't remember. I don't know. He's probably like a junior. And I was riding my bike to school, and I slid on some black ice, like right in front of him, dude. And I just fucking biffed it so hard, dude. Like, you know when you ride your bike and you hit black ice, and your handlebars just start going like this, and you're trying to control it. My bike went like woo woo, and then just boom. And and then the cold, it just hurts so bad.
Because when you're cold, it makes it worse.
Yeah.
It's like it's a throbbing pain almost, right?
And then I just hit and I slid, and I get up, try to act cool, and I grab my bike, and I just remember Ishmael just laughing his ass off, dude. I was like, every like embarrassing moments always happen in front of Ishmael.
Just makes you guys closer.
Yeah. A little closer than you want to be, but.
See, now I feel a little fucked up because we got like this much snow and we called the snow day.
No, yeah, and like there's times where we're just walking to school. Like it should probably not be. Kids shouldn't be walking through that, but kids are walking through it.
I remember working at a general store, and I came in one night and like the roads in and out of town both ways are closed, and there was just trucks piled up everywhere, and it's just like, and I was like, well, we're gonna be busy today, and we were super busy. Yeah. Obviously not like Vegas grocery store busy, but it was like super busy. And I remember then like a couple hours later, the sun came out and they were start letting trucks go south and then north. And I'm like,
they probably cleared up the roads.
You know, when you think about it, dude, like on a snow day, Jackpot would be the perfect town for like 30 days a night kind of thing.
Yeah, I know.
Like if we didn't have like sunlight for a while, that would be like, because you get the snow on both sides. You can't go to Idaho. You can't go to Wells.
There's no way to drive.
Stuck.
Literally, like, what is it? Like a 40-minute drive to Idaho or to Twin, and then it's like almost an hour. It's an hour drive to Wells.
Yeah, you're stuck.
Right in the middle of nowhere, man.
Fucking Bambinos out there.
I remember one time we went to Wendover's. Me, my mom, and her boyfriend. We were gonna go to Wendover, go gambling, and let's go. So we go and leaving Jackpot's fine. So we get to Wells, it gets worse and worse. And then we start going to Wendover, and there's one point where we get like up on that summit and towards Wendover. Mm-hmm. The cops like turn around. We end up having to turn around and go back. And the only thing I remember about this was we're in Wells, and I'm just in the car just chilling. And I see this red T-bird. I look around, Luis just passes us.
Where's it going?
I don't know where it was coming from, where it was going. He's just like,
That red T-bird was the shit, dude. I love that car, dude.
I drove that car a few times. Had some power to it.
Some kind of fast car, yeah.
A V8.
You wouldn't think in a T-bird, right?
Yeah, well, I remember we used that car to go to Twin. And we went on the cruise. Did you guys ever do the cruise in Twin, dude? That was like the
but me and Dean did that. We used to do that.
Yeah, like when you go down up and down Blue Lakes.
Yeah.
And the whole thing, like, well, in Lupe Gonzalez's words, is like the whole thing's, oh, dude, we're gonna buy some chicks.
You end up by the was it the Fred Meyer or no?
No, it started at I think the McDonald's right there on Blue Lakes.
Okay.
And then, well, the first McDonald's on Blue Lakes.
Coming from Jackpot, right? That McDonald's?
Yeah. And then it ended at like the Target, Winco kind of area, like where you can turn to go to the mall, or you can turn to go,
Pole line right there.
Yeah, pole line,
Yeah.
God,
I think a few times.
This guy knows it. He knows all
a few times, I think, I started at Garibaldi, so we pick up Ramon.
Yeah.
And we start there and then just. But I remember it's just a lot of people. We just go cruising. It'd be me and Luis in his car. Nino would be there. Ramon would have his car. Occasionally you see Eric out there. Yeah, it was good times.
Yeah, Twin, man. It's crazy, right? Like, has it gotten any bigger? I think someone told me that
it's been bigger. Yeah, I think they're building another high school.
So there's going to be 3 now instead of the 2 they had.
And I just recently read they lost their sit-down Pizza Hut.
Did they really? The one on
Blue Lakes,
Everyone was sad about that.
It's going to be turned into like a family-owned restaurant. I guess pizza's going to just go to what they do here. Just to straight.
But you know what? Don't be sad, Dean, because there's one in Boulder City still.
Yeah, but they
There's
don't.
one on Boulder Highway.
There is one on Boulder.
Oh, there is one on Boulder Highway.
By my mom's house.
Yeah.
But no other pizza other than Twin Falls makes a taco pizza. I know. Did you guys ever have taco pizza?
Never.
You guys never had taco pizza?
I've never heard of it.
I didn't even know they made taco pizza.
Oh my goodness, dude! That is. You know what? Because I'll be gone for a while. I was gonna say like I'll buy one, dude, and I'll bring it here. But it's it's pizza with instead of like marinara, it's beans, ground beef, and tomatoes, onions.
Doesn't sound right. No.
It's good though.
It's really good, dude.
I'm gonna try it.
It's really good. And I got witnesses, dude, because Ross never heard about it either in Ishmael. And I'm like, no, dude, we're gonna get it. And we got like 2 boxes of it, dude. They were gone within like half hour.
From Pizza Hut?
From Pizza Hut, yeah.
That's awesome.
That's an Idaho thing, I can guarantee.
That is a Twin Falls thing, man.
Corn-fed,
Speaking of pizza, I think me and Maggie we had some pretty damn amazing pizza the other day.
That
it was
Boston
so
pizza.
good.
No, Boston.
It was a Pizza Rock.
Pizza Rock.
So there's a.
That's the place where you get the beer, right?
No, it's in downtown.
I'm so excited to talk about it.
Yeah, the beer, right?
Oh.
From where? What are you thinking?
Because there's the one that's like
Pizza Rev.
Yeah, there's one that's like biology, but it's with beer.
Pizza
Rev.
We had that one too.
Yeah,
there's Pizza Rev. Like, yeah.
We went to the one on Sahara.
There's one by the Chick-fil-A on Sahara.
Yeah, that's the one we went to, which was pretty good.
It was cool. It was
you know what? Kind of sad now.
It's
like biology with
but
beer.
Just beer. So that's it. But
anyway, go ahead.
Sells beer, but they give you like a wristband and you can like get your. It's
biology.
Try it once and then decide
cool.
from there.
It was cool, but I know Pizza Rock.
Pizza Rock.
I mean, mind you, we were pretty drunk when we had it, but like it was probably the best pizza I ever had
in Vegas.
in Vegas.
That's a tall order, tall statement to make.
Because when we went to New York, we had pizza, and
that's the best pizza I've ever had in my life.
That pizza was fucking amazing. Like it was like we were really fucking hungry, so maybe that was it. But like No, I know it was fucking delicious.
That was probably the best.
When I bit it, I was like, "Holy fuck! Like this is what pizza's supposed to taste like, and this is it." And it was it. And like we sat there and we ate it all, and we were like, "Fuck, we should have ordered another one. We should have ordered a bigger one. We should have got another one." And like that's all we thought about the whole time we were in New York. We were like, "Well, we got to get pizza again. We got to get that pizza again." And like
we didn't have the time.
Yeah, we just didn't have the time. But when we had Pizza Rock the other day, like
we both were just like. This is good.
This is a good pizza, and then we asked one of our friends. We're like, "Well, the pizza was really good last night, right?" And she's like, "It was all right."
I was ready to fucking slap the
it was messed up.
I think the best pizza I've ever had was Pizza Hut used to make a Chicago style pizza.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I remember
Chicago style is like a pie.
Yeah,
It's a
like-
pie. Yeah, it's pretty much it's pie.
And I remember,
yeah.
I don't know who I was in twin with, but I suggested we went to Pizza Hut. And I was like, I'll buy as long as we get Chicago style. And I remember it was like, that stuff was amazing. Really good.
I
Yeah.
want to try that, but no. Pizza Rock.
Oh yeah, no, that's one I recommend. If you guys are looking for a good pizza, just try Pizza Rock. It was pretty good.
We said we need to try when we're not drunk, but
yeah,
I
we
still
got-
feel like it's gonna be good.
There's no Reese's Pizza Hut.
That's what I'm disappointed in, man. Dude,
What's
that
that?
they don't have Reese's pizza
Reese's
anymore.
Pizzas. People grew up on those pizzas.
Where did we go in
The
Reno?
Reese's.
Well, it's called Reese's.
Reese's,
Is
yeah.
what it's called.
Reese's?
Yeah, it's Reeseers.
Yeah, it's because it's from Oregon. It's like
Yeah.
where Oregon State plays. It's Research Stadium.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah, dude.
Kids grew up on that pizza.
We grew up on the
Back home.
burritos.
Oh,
Yes.
the burritos.
We grew up on the burritos and we grew up on that pizza, dude. Like my Saturday was this. I would wake up like 8:30, 8:45 from my grandma's house, and my mom lived a trailer like down. So I'd walk to my mom's house and before she'd go to work, and I asked my mom, "Hey mom, can I have $5?" And she's like, "Okay, here." She gave me $5. Then I go back to my grandma's house and I'd sit there with my grandma, do like chores and all that. And then like 10:30, 11 o'clock, I'd ride my bike to the store, and with $5, like back in the day, I got the ghetto pizza,
$3.99.
$3.99,
Two pizzas.
Two
two
pizzas.
pizzas,
Yeah.
a Big Mouth Mountain Dew,
Nice.
and a Starburst.
Big
And then I would go home, dude, and then that was my Saturday, dude.
That's amazing.
That
You know what? I kind of have the same similar thing. Well, like whenever we didn't eat lunch at school, we're just like, all right, should we just walk to the store? All right, let's just do it. We walk to the store. We'd all get there. We'd buy our burritos. You have the microwave in the store. We'd microwave it there.
That's right, yeah.
We'd pop it out and just fucking eat that shit while we walk back to the school. And when I was like a senior, junior, around that time is when they started doing hour lunches. Where I don't know if did you guys do hour lunches?
Did we get?
I think you guys might have gotten.
I don't
30.
remember. I don't
You guys
remember. I
might
just
have
remember
gotten 30
half-hour
minutes.
lunches.
I think it was 30-minute.
I think we only got 15.
Hey, you
Oh,
lied. You weren't there.
yeah, 15 minutes.
Yeah, and jackpot.
Oh, I thought you were talking about your. God damn it, Maggie.
She's gonna start fucking with you too.
Yeah.
She's actually,
I was about to 15 minutes.
Guys, my favorite teacher, Miss Yoman.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
She was good.
No, yeah. What did she teach?
Sociology.
So, to be fair, I took sociology with her. So, continue.
Yeah, it was a total.
What other?
It was with Tony. Yeah.
We were out there living.
I don't know if you
And
want
I'm
to.
like 20 years older than you, but
Yeah.
either you were really smart or I got held back.
I'm pretty sure I was just really smart.
What it was? She was
We need a little drum.
ahead of her time.
I'm sorry, guys. I fucked up.
No, it's okay.
I'm back up.
Oh, god damn.
We'll get to that.
Oh.
It's fine.
It was. I remember there was a switch there between 35 and an hour lunch, and we had the hour lunch to walk up there. So I mean, we had plenty of time to walk up there, make the lunch, come back.
You couldn't do it in a half hour?
I mean, fucking start running. Yeah.
No, because I used to walk up there in the half-hour lunches.
I'm sure, but by the time you get back, you don't have any time to relax. You have to go to class.
Well, I remember with like my freshman through senior year. No, even like because for one, I think when was it? It was my sophomore year. I went home every single day for lunch.
Your favorite teacher was Yoman?
Yeah. Yeah.
I snorted. It's fine. I'll get it together.
That shows she's been paying attention.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know the
that's true.
stories.
That's true.
I went home every day for lunch, and I always timed it. It was like 40 minutes, I think. That's what we. That's I think
So probably what you
40,
ended up getting.
45 minutes. And that for that whole single year, my grandma always made me potatoes.
Nice.
I had potatoes any which way, like you
Potato
know how
tacos.
Ooh.
you know how like the way Forrest Gump, like Bubba talks about shrimp. I could talk that way about the way my grandma made
Potatoes,
potatoes.
right?
She cut them in squares. She cut them in like little circles,
Little
lines,
chips.
little chips. Fry them up, dude. That was
Raw,
the whole
you just eat
year,
them like.
dude. No, dude, we're not. I'm not a savage.
No,
Did you ever share them with Miss Yeoman?
You You know, with the
I'm sorry.
with the hour lunch that I used to have, we used to get like for some reason I always remember seeing. I can always like from memory. I always remember like I was always running to Mr. Moore's class, even though I had an hour lunch. I always thought I was like why the fuck was I always running the class like I was late? So obviously I was running late, but it's like you had an hour. Like what the fuck were you doing?
But like Ward liked you, right?
No, Ward loved me. So
Oh,
like,
you got an A. You got an A, dude.
I would always be late to that motherfucker's class, and like that, like it was. He was cool with me, so he always gave me good grades.
Yeah.
How long was your lunch here in Vegas, Maggie?
Well, you said
No, I think it was only 30 minutes.
But you couldn't go home, huh?
No.
Didn't have that.
So no, what happened was sad story. Sorry to bring the mood down. So at my high school,
You're listening, Miss
like-
Yoman. It's gonna get sad right now.
What high school was this?
we went to I went to Las Vegas High School.
Okay.
Shout out to the Wildcats. So we went there. It was only like 30 or 45 minutes, and like the classes before me, like 2 classes before me, they were able to go home. But we lived like on this little. So the school was like up here on the hill. And then to like get to like all the fast foods, like you would have to go like on this little curvy little thing. And a lot of students like would go really fast and they would crash at this one pole. Literally, there was this one pole that always had like memorial stuff on it because people would die because they would like fucking crash and hit like really hard. So they were like, okay, you guys can't leave for lunch anymore. So they didn't let us, but I still did. It's fine.
Yeah, because I remember you used to always tell me you used to go to Panda.
I used to go to Panda.
We used to go to Gary's, to the Burger House.
I never.
And then when that closed, I guess like your transition like into being a senior was then like because by the time you were a senior, like most of us had like jobs. We go to like the Coyote Cafe.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
that what called?
Was it so coyote when you were a senior,
Yeah.
or what was it?
No,
I had
no,
to turn
no,
to pizza,
no.
the Pizza Hut Express.
No, wait. No, it was a Pizza Hut Express. Yeah.
Because I left and it was the Pizza Hut
It
Express.
was
Yeah,
Pizza Express the whole
Pizza
time
Express.
I was there.
And then now it's like Noob or Knob or
It's a coffee shop, right?
yeah, it was like
Kind of like to the hipsters and stuff.
Yeah.
Nah, mess with you guys. It's cool. You have your coffee.
We got coffee from
I
there.
know we did. It was
was
I got a hot
delicious.
chocolate from there. It was actually really good.
A what?
A hot chocolate. Me, Kyle, and Luis went over there and got
It
some.
was cool. I liked it. It was pretty good, but it's the same layout. It hasn't changed. It's just different.
Well, it's a little bit
things.
different because the buffet is different now.
Well, yeah,
They'll just I think the one side's a little bit different.
Yeah,
But I'm there used to be 2 Coyote Cafe style places at Pete's. They said that back in the day there was one where the men's and when you come into the casino entrance by the ET bar, there's that restroom that's just right off to the side there.
where the stage is.
Yeah. There's like that restaurant out there.
Yeah,
Used to be another. There used to be another cafe right there.
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
Shirley
I-
Gomez actually was like the manager there.
That's crazy. That's cool. I would have thought that.
I just remember Wednesdays, dude. Wild Wednesdays.
Wild Wednesdays.
Wild Wednesdays, dude.
Yeah.
Wild Wednesdays, and you get into the buffet, and I think the one time I didn't go is when they got Eric and who was it? It was Eric and a couple other guys fired because what they would do is they were like they'd see all of us come in and they'd only charge us for like one of us, and then the rest, you leave what you were going to pay as tip.
Yeah.
So the server would be going home with shit easily like a $50, $60 tip.
Damn.
And then they saw it, and then they oh my god! I remember Mole went, and I think it was Lubin, Faustino, and all those guys, and Mole, and then they got caught, and the head of security, who I think was Joe Robertson, was like, "Well, how'd you guys get in?" And then Mole being is, I can't describe Mole, but Mole was like, they asked him, "Well, how'd you guys get in?" And he's like, "Well, oh fuck, I'm already drunk. Holy shit." He asked, "How'd you guys get in?" And Mole, like, with just a serious face, like, "With money." Dude, but you know how Mole is, like, all sarcastic and shit, dude.
Fucking-
Uh,
That's good though. That sucks though.
yeah, well, and then they got, like, banned from Pete's for, like, a year. And that's when we
bad.
just started going to the 93. And luckily, I wasn't there that time.
And
So
the
I was
93 had a pretty good buffet discount too for a while.
Yeah, it was
like,
half off.
Yeah, it was half off, right? And like everyone used to go for it, and then they raised it $1, and we're like, oh, well, we'll keep going. And they raised it $1 again. We're like, how many we should?
That's how people are with cigarettes. I remember Jack would be like, I remember when I started the general store, you get like a pack of Marlboros for like $3 or $4.
That is
And then I remember they would.
$3 or $4.
Then it's like $5. Well, I'm gonna quit when they hit $7. $7. Well, I'll quit when they hit $8, and you're like, you're never gonna quit.
Yeah, pretty close to $10
Yeah.
now. People are still buying.
You pay no. You buying them for $10?
I think that's what I paid him for the other day.
You smoke cigarettes?
Nah, I don't smoke.
Oh.
That's how you know when he's drunk.
Oh.
I guess
He
So,
becomes a smoker when he's drunk, apparently.
Because when I blacked out the other day, apparently I ended up with cigarettes and a lighter. I have no idea how I got it.
But that happened in Jackpot, didn't it?
It did.
They didn't remember how they got cigarettes.
I do the
Jeez,
same
you
thing,
smoke too?
We're terrible when we're drunk, apparently.
For a good time.
We're just, yeah.
Oh!
Drink it! Drink it!
Get a towel.
Oh, fuck.
That's a party foul, man.
It's alright, it's alright.
They're water resistant, right?
No.
Oh.
It's alright, it's alright. I think we got it.
It's fine.
Let's go another one, though.
It's fine.
Just make sure.
Yeah, just. But anyway.
But anyway.
Yeah, it's.
Buckets. Oh.
Did you make it?
No.
It got stuck right on the corner.
Sorry. It's still recording, guys, so we cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think it's alright.
Yeah. Just got really quiet right now.
So, back to
No, that's okay. That's.
So
Because if
back
that
to-
breaks, then that means we have to use this Chromebook, and we don't want to have to resort to that.
Let's not use that Chromebook. Let's not use that Chromebook.
So back to life in Jackpot, Miss Yoman.
She was your favorite teacher. What was her hobbies? Do you remember her hobbies?
Yeah, what did she
No, she was really good at ghost detecting.
Oh,
She was.
Man.
She was. She
Yeah.
was really good
Ooh.
at that. She really.
She's smart. She is. What's going on, man?
Yeah, I get it. I'm in this, guy.
Yeah.
I'm in it to win it.
Did
Well, I think
you-
Maggie's been to Jackpot enough to where
to know.
she can consider herself.
I think you can go a couple times and you're ready. Like,
I found
No,
Stella's
there's probably
dad.
people that go and come back like, I don't understand what goes on over there. But I think Maggie just gets it. Like, she could talk like she lived there all her life. She'd be like, man, those research pizzas were delicious.
You probably never tried them in your life.
yeah, you know what? Don't go to the Devil's Tree at night, man.
Yeah.
That's.
I never went to the Devil's Tree.
You never went to the Devil's Tree?
No.
Oh,
never saw
man.
it? She even saw it.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Did you go in this Yoman or what? You guys having goats out there?
That's not the fuck around with.
You don't ghost hunters fucking
Yeah.
adventures out there or what?
I'll send you guys my link to my videos. We got some crazy shit out there.
Sociology field trip or what?
The Adventures of Yoman and Limon. This is the worst.
Oh, special guest appearance by karaoke. Oh, dude, true story, dude. Like, shout out to Ms. Yoakum for doing all. Remember when we used to do the Christmas things? Did you have Ms. Yoakum, Mikey?
Yeah, I have this show.
Remember the Christmas plays? Like, she went ham. Like, she like on the elementary classes, yeah, like kindergarten, first grade, second grade. But like fifth grade was always like this big show that she would do for like the Christmas things. And then I remember my fifth grade year, we did Monster Bash for like the Christmas play. And she bought everyone like masks. And then she got me like a Wolfman mask. And around the same time, Slipknot came out with their very first album. And then what I used to do is I used to take the werewolf mask and I used to air guitar to Slipknot. Oh my god, dude! So shout out to Miss Yoga for like igniting that metal fucking thing in me, dude. Because like from then on, like I'd always put on that werewolf mask and like air guitar to Slipknot and shit like that, dude.
Do you? I hope you do. Do you remember the spot when you guys used to do music videos on the spot? You ever make?
We did that one year, dude. We did that one year.
What was it? What was the song? You did.
It was
Corn, right?
Corn. Another brick in the wall.
Another brick in the wall.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was pretty fucking cool, though.
Yeah.
I was a kid back then, but I fucking loved it.
Oh,
it was
dude.
amazing. It's full range, man. You guys do whatever you want, man.
Mr. Olsen didn't mind, dude. As long as we got the shit done, he didn't mind what we did.
That's cool.
We got away with a lot of inside jokes, though. I think that's probably what didn't make it so appealing, is because we were doing like inside jokes.
So
Yeah,
it would
yeah.
be funny amongst you guys, but like as a broad audience.
Yeah,
like,
it
what's
wouldn't
going
be.
on.
No one would know what's going on.
It was cool though. I like watching it. They used to play. You used to play it every day, right? Every morning or something?
Every Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
Every
Yeah,
Thursday.
every Thursday. That was cool. The spot. That's gone now, guys. You were part of it too, no?
Yeah, me and Luis.
Yeah,
You guys were like the first
like starters of it all, right?
You guys did that No Doubt video, right?
I did that. I don't remember. We also did that movie too.
Yeah, you guys did.
That
Yeah.
horror flicker.
Yeah.
What? I don't remember what it's called.
Get the mic to sit here. That's. We never got to do anything like that in school. Mr. Olson was gone by the time I was like in high school. Yeah, he was gone. We had a teacher named Mr. Sutherland, and we had a leadership class instead of like a music class. It was like you're a leader, and like we were all in one class, and like instead of like giving us a curriculum, they're like make your own curriculum. So then we just didn't do anything in that class. It was the worst class.
What was the
But we
weirdest
got an A,
class
we got an A.
you'd ever have to take, Maggie?
You had more of a choice than we did. It was.
Well, yeah, obviously, but like you're still gonna have a weird class.
Like weird class.
Well, like an elective or one
yeah.
that you had to take, or
I think my weirdest class. I guess I know what they were doing with it, but it was called freshman studies. Like
That's like study hall for us, right? You guys remember study hall?
no, they were just like showing us how to like prepare for high school, and I was like, this is fucking stupid.
Oh, no.
Like, what does
okay.
this mean? Why am I doing this? No, yours like study hall is like a break where you can like catch up with everything, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
Those were what were they called?
Yeah, because you had a name for it.
I think
remember you
ours
told
were
me.
like called. It wasn't period. It was like median or I don't know. It had a weird name to it, but no, I know what that was. It was only like an hour.
see, that's so weird.
It was,
how,
it was just like a whole class for us. It was just a class that but they got rid of it. I think my sophomore year or something like that. I remember they just stopped.
I remember when I was in high school, they did this thing where if your grades were at a certain level, you could leave like an hour early.
Yeah.
And then if your grades weren't, everybody would stay till 3 o'clock. But I remember that only lasted 1 year because it seemed like 4 kids were going home early, an hour, and everybody else was like, "Well, we'll just leave at 3 like we did the last 3 years." Like I think most people were like, I'm not too worried.
See, that like works in a school like mine where there's a fucking shit ton of kids, and like if you had a certain grade, like you could go home early.
Yeah.
Didn't 1 year they changed I think it was my 4th grade year that you would go school would end like at 4:30.
I don't remember it ending that late.
Or like not 4:30, like 4 o'clock.
No.
What time did you start school?
I think like 8:30.
Damn.
See,
I did.
that was a little because you know what was crazy though. I think we started doing school around 7:15, and then we ended up leaving at 3:15.
You guys also had like,
but then that's when we had the hour lunch too. So
but you guys also had like half days, right? Like a lot. Of
no,
half
Wednesday
days.
was every half day every Wednesday.
That's
So
odd.
we would leave right after lunch, or leave at lunch if you didn't eat lunch at school. But yeah, that was kind of cool, I guess.
Damn.
It
Damn,
was weird
son.
because like I felt like all that stuff was kind of rolled in when my class was junior senior. So like we kind of got to see all that weird stuff. Like compared to everything else, where it was just normal. And then
Shout out to Luis.
Get some cold water right now. I really hope my computer's good, guys. No, I'm sure it's okay. It seems like it's working fine still. So
You play any sports in high school?
No,
No?
No.
I was just living, singing.
Hanging out with
oh yeah, because you were in choir, right?
Yeah.
You were doing choir for quite a while. Was that hard? How do you practice for choir?
You just show up to class.
A lot of do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
Yeah.
Well, no. So like, what is the high, low, mids? What is that?
Well, there's tenors.
There's sopranos and altos.
What about tenors and... No?
Motherfucker, we are a choir. We're not a band.
No, there's tenors.
No, we just had 2 things. That
You
was
didn't
it.
have bass? What the...
You'd have bass? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, like bass tenors and alto... Sorry, I just know a little bit more about music than I do.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
so that brings me to my next topic, or just something that.
Not a time.
Tony's a motherfucking bitch.
What?
Maggie, why are in your own words are you such a savage to Tony? Like,
Why are you always giving him shit?
like, look at Tony.
He's like, yeah. He looked directly to the camera and he went, He had those dead eyes, and he's like, I can't get away from it. I can't get away from it.
It's a game. of some kind.
Tony, do you care to answer this question?
No. Because even I don't know.
You know why.
Dude, that's the funniest thing. The one that had me rolling was when you challenged Maggie to like a drinking contest.
Yeah.
You guys
Beat
had
that
the
motherfucking ass.
and then when you guys came back, I was like, "Oh, so with the contest," and then I guess like you quit.
You
and,
left.
I left to go see Brenda.
and then Maggie was like, "What'd you say? Like my mama didn't raise no quitter."
I said my mama didn't raise no bitch.
Yeah.
My mama didn't raise no fish.
do not
I can
back
tell.
down.
And then when you come back, like fucking Tony's just getting roasted alive.
I kind of feel like that's what we did the whole week. So,
Well, no, because he's the one that called me out. He's like, yeah, I can drink. No, I can drink more than you. No, I can drink more
like the
than
way I pictured it is like when you got a group of friends and say Maggie's just like ragging on somebody, and then Tony starts laughing, and then Maggie just turns around right to Tony like, I know you ain't laughing, man. And then just starts unloading on Tony.
It sounds like my life.
it's all right. It's all
Oh,
right.
it's
We-
okay.
No,
we love you.
we've agreed people at work think that she doesn't like me. Like new people are probably like, I don't think she likes me.
You should play along with it, dude.
I
Like,
don't think she likes me. He's like, yeah, you just heard me call him a bitch, yeah?
I should tone it down a little bit, but yeah, I just walk up to him like, Tony, you're a little bitch.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm sorry.
And people probably look at me like, man, this guy just takes it and doesn't even talk back. I'd be calling HR.
Tony, don't give them ideas.
it's just,
I would hate to be in the office trying to be like, it's just a joke, guys. It's not funny. I know, but
I know that's your answer. I know.
What can I do? No, that's good, Tony. You ain't no snitch.
Yeah, Tony knows.
Tony lived in
I can't be a snitch. I'm just saying.
Tony lived in
'Cause I know what
Califas
you're
for a while.
That's what you can't be a snitch.
I'm worried.
No, I think it's more because Tony lived in Califas, man.
Yeah.
He's
Snitches get stitches.
He's a thug up in here, man. So, what did you guys think about that Budweiser? I just had that. I just finished.
I like it. It's really
pretty
good.
good, right?
Yeah,
It was
it's
not
fine.
bad. I liked it. It was delicious. I kind of want to have another one, but I'm drinking the Bud Light right now.
I'm trying to stay away from
Somebody
that.
just try to
can't
finish
do
it. But yeah, you really don't like Bud Light, huh? You gotta try the Zima.
I could do it on draft.
How about,
All right.
how about we open the
This
Zima
is
so
this
you
is
can
a new one for Maggie right here.
try? Maggie's never had this Zima. You know
Miss
what?
Yoman loves Zima, so
You know what? I didn't have a Zima until the last episode. That was the first time I ever had a Zima. Which
Oh,
gives me
no, it's
Get
not
it
bad.
it really is not that bad. It's pretty good. It's pretty, right?
It just tastes like a
Citrus.
juice.
Yeah, right? See, but I think that they give me... The reason why I feel like I can't drink it a whole lot is because I remember when I drank Smirnoff Ice, is like the hangover is probably the worst hangover I've
It's
ever
because
had.
it's a lot of sugar.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's
it has
sweet.
a lot of
Yeah.
Probably.
But I think that's what like everyone got their first hangover from was like from Smirnoff Ice.
I know.
Man.
Why is that the drink?
Oh, I don't know why. I think I think it's like you're in that transition where like you want to get drunk, but you don't want to drink beer because
gross
of the
time,
taste,
Yeah.
and you want to get drunk on something sweet.
So your
Yeah.
guys' thing was Smirnoff? Is that the jackpot thing?
Smirnoff
For
Ice.
yeah,
Mine.
yeah.
I don't know if it's just me or if it's Vegas, but like mine is Ciroc. Like
Yeesh.
I can't.
Yeesh,
God
like hard liquor.
damn, you guys really drunk.
It hurts.
It's not like
You-
Smirnoff. We're not talking about hard liquor Smirnoff. We're talking about like this kind of drink Smirnoff.
Smirnoff Ice
Oh
came
no,
in a
I'm
bottle.
talking
line.
about we showed up
Vegas,
with
they just-
bottles.
You guys just like you
Crazy.
skipped like a whole level.
He's like, just fuck the regular drinks, man. It's a hard liquor.
You guys are like
Fuck Triple A baseball. They went straight to the
no,
majors.
it's like that Mario.
Bryce Harper.
It's like that Mario level where you go through the tunnel. You can pick worlds like 6, 7, or 8. You go from 1 to 8. You don't play the whole game.
I know.
Fucking Ciroc.
Ciroc. Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
that's
See,
crazy.
like right now, I'm cringing because it's bad.
Oh,
And it makes sense 'cause I've been to a few parties here, and there's like bottles of Ciroc being passed around. I'm like, why? Who
I
drinks
don't know.
them?
I don't know. It's a
Crazy.
thing.
People,
dude, the
But I remember I
only-
went through a Smirnoff Ice phase. I remember, I think Ishmael got me out of it pretty quickly, but
He give you a lot of shit. Huh?
Yeah, it's I just remember I was buying it and I was like, oh, this is good. But then, Jackpot's a Bud Light town. You better just learn to drink Bud Light.
you better, yeah, dude.
Have you
And
told
like,
a story about when you ordered a Blue Moon?
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to tell that story.
Well, you heard the story about the Blue Moon?
I have not.
I went.
What is
it? Let's get comfortable. Why don't we?
I'm trying to spotlight.
We're right there.
Yeah. So I had come to visit from California. I used to, when my dad was in charge of me rent, I used to go once or twice a year on a vacation. I'd just go to Jackpot, and I would fly to Jackpot. That's rare. Anybody says, I'm going to fly to Twin Falls. I'll fly to Twin Falls. And I go down, and it was like my last day there, and Ishmael's working at the Fort Jackson. He said, come down and drink beer. And I'm like, all right. And then the only thing I remember is Pedro's there, Travis is there, and they're watching the Lakers, either in the finals or a playoff game. And I get to the bar, and then I was like, I'm going to order me, I want a Blue Moon. It's Blue Moon. But he gets it for me, and then it's either Travis or somebody's like, what the fuck are you drinking, Forrest? What's a Blue Moon? And then it's something about we don't drink that here. And then at the time, everyone was into Bud Light and Clamato. So all they were drinking, and I was like, I don't do Clamato. He's like, well, you put Mr. T's in it or something. So I remember my next drink was a Bud Light with Mr. T's Bloody Mary mix in it. It was actually really good, but the rest of the drinks that night were all Bud Lights. And
Hey,
I only had one
felt
Blue
bad
Moon.
after that.
But I was like, I'm the California guy. I'm going to come over here and I'll drink some more sophisticated beer.
And then you got
And
a
basically
lot
told
of
us
shit.
a lot of shit. But
Oh, dude. I remember I went to Carson City, and when we were there, like everyone drank Coors Light. Coors Light it's just piss. It
Gives me a headache
I
pretty
don't think it's
bad.
that bad.
Dude, it is. And then I remember, and it took me back. Like everyone's drinking Coors Light. And Gary Barris one time at Jackpot, like someone that ordered a Coors Light, and he just looked at him and was like, and it's not like, remember, not politically correct. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing drinking a Coors Light?"
Oh,
And the dude was like looking at us like, it's like, God damn, dude, you picked the wrong beer for this town.
Yeah, they really just stuck to Bud Light.
To Bud Light for some reason, like Bud Light, just like.
It's water. I feel like it's just water. There's no fucking flavor to it. You're drinking it to get drunk.
You could not go to a party there and not find Bud Light. It could be a baptism for a little baby. And there's going to be 15, 20 cases of Bud Light. And then it runs out.
And then-
They go to the store and get some more Bud Light.
There's Bud Light, and then there's always gonna be dudes, and there's always parties at the rec center. There'll be guys in the trucks with like Crown Royal or like
They always
tequila,
have a hard liquor bottle.
yeah.
Like you just gotta walk through the rec center. Just do like a full walk around. You're gonna be fucked up because you drink all the hard liquor on the way back.
The greatest was like if you ever walk by like Poncho's truck, dude, and if you're cool with Poncho, like, yeah, what's up, Poncho? Like, fuck, you want a drink? Come here.
Yeah, exactly. They're just like passing it around and shit. It's like, oh, it's my niece's baptism. Some crazy
Kid's birthday party. But at the general store,
Get
that's
drunk.
in our cooler, I remember it was like the meat, and then we had like the spot where the milk was at. And then the Bud Light section was just, for that small cooler, took up most of that.
That's what
It was one of those
that's
that's just like that's got to be an every day at 2. Oh, I need to put a cruda on. You just 6-pack. Just Bud Light. Bud Light. Even now when we go up there, let's go get some beer.
Yeah,
It's
when
a
we get there,
Bud Light.
the order is going to be a Bud Light from anyone.
We
Yeah.
left a lot of Coronas the last time we left.
When we were
Someone
there.
brought Rolling Rock as well. I was like, man,
Who
someone
brought Rolling Rock?
Totally.
Yeah, that's
That was
totally.
totally.
Yeah,
Weird.
yeah,
It was
that
weird.
figures it.
Sounds
Totally.
about-
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I remember he walked up and you were like, "What's that?" He's like, "It's
Rolling
Rolling Rock. You don't drink that
Am
yet?"
I the
I
only
still don't know
one?
what that is. You explain it to me and I don't know what it is still.
Like, am I the only one that thinks that like Klay Thompson is fucking Tully's doppelganger?
It is, man. Clay Thompson looks exactly like
He
Tully
looks
Boy.
exactly like
There was
Tully.
someone else we were saying looked like Tully Boy too, though. Not besides Clay Thompson. Who else was it? Why can't I remember? Maybe it is just Clay Thompson. No, I could have sworn there was someone else that we were like, no, that's Tully Boy, like straight out. Oh, Darren Williams.
Yeah. Yeah, we were
spoke
talking
about it last
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah. It's like Darren Williams is like totally like he just reminds me of Tully.
the haircut and everything's just like totally bullied. But Klay Thompson, yeah, I can see
I
that.
don't give a fuck.
What are you guys doing, man? Talking shit? You ain't talking shit again?
I'm trying not to say anything. Shout out to us drinking and jackpot and barbecuing in the cold.
Hell yeah, man.
We're gonna make turn outside out there.
I've never barbecued in the cold.
Yeah.
Well, like in the like December cold or
You took care of it.
No, we went when we were there in February. They went to carne asada and
It was
Mike fired up the
fucking
grill and
cold.
we stood out there
It was
holding
cold.
those rolling rocks and
We were just gonna roll it. Maybe that's what kept me warm.
sounds like a totally idea, but all right.
Oh, totally. Well, I hope they're listening to this, man. There was a lot of shout outs for you today.
you know what I remember about Twin Springs is Louisa probably remember this as well. Where I lived across from us there was an apartment and
It's my
Tywino.
we would
Say hello.
the family that lived across from us there was an older man there and he would just on a regular basis, no matter what time of the year it was, he would make chicken with beer. So I don't know if he would just pour it on the chicken and he would just and anybody that came up and they would just drink. It'd be like him, it'd be this guy's dad, there'd be a bunch of just from that neighborhood just right there. They'd all be drinking beer and this old man just cooking chicken.
Chicken?
And then we would run by like fucking around or something and then he'd just give us some chicken. And I just remember it was really good. And I don't know, it was just because we were little and we got to we get chicken like the other guys do, but it was really good. And he would, whenever he was drinking, no matter how cold it was, he'd flip it open, throw some chickens on there, and just start making chicken.
That's
But
badass.
I remember he would take a can and he would just pour it on top and then just and it's just Bud Light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good old Bud Light cooking chicken too, huh? Carne asada and you know what? I think I saw Mole cooking carne asada with Bud Light and orange juice once. You know what? It was delicious.
That's like my uncles. They do
Yeah.
it with like orange slices and beer.
Well, yeah. Was that at Martinez's house? Because I know he did it at Martinez's house.
I'm sure he did. We did it at his house when I don't know if it was like the first time he tried it, but it was good though. It was really good. Yeah, most crazy. But.
Papa Mole, he's not my father.
Yeah, he is. You're not gonna drink that Zima, huh?
I'm just sipping. Because, okay.
It's different.
Need a chaser, huh?
Different.
As Tony says, I ain't no bitch chef.
Yeah.
Bitch, yeah.
So, how did you guys take the?
Don't you dare fucking say it. I
I
did not take it very well. Okay, say it for the viewers. It's fine.
Go ahead.
Keep it straight.
The loss a couple days ago.
I cried.
Because like when I thought about it, I was like, because did I text you? Or I texted someone. It's like, how did Mike? Or did I text you, Mike? I texted you. It's like, dude,
Did I
like
text
that's
you back because the last game, not the game that just happened, but the game before that.
yeah.
And I was like, that's the reason why we haven't posted a podcast.
Yeah.
Because I'm upset. Yeah, it was,
They put on a good game and they did really well.
you know what, that last
I
game,
can't.
The last game I was happy. We were happy.
They
because the
finally
game,
played.
They
They showed
played,
up.
but Capitals just they still took it at the very end, and yeah, it was upsetting. It was
Like, we
sad.
could only be happy that they made it that far.
Yeah, because other teams did not make it.
Because there's obviously like all the things, all the hurdles and stuff that we had to take to get there was crazy, and like the fact that they brought a fucking town up compared like from after what happened after the shooting and everything like that, like they brought the town up, man. Like everyone was like on them, and like everyone was watching them, and like every day I'm on the road and I drive and I see on like it's got to be like every other car there's a Golden Knights either sticker, flag, or some kind of some kind of thing on their car, and it's just like this town was behind this team, and like you know what, even after they lost, you can tell that everyone was like, you know what, like you brought the city back up, and it was fucking amazing.
Yeah, because Budweiser made a commercial.
Yeah.
Tony showed it yesterday, where it's pretty cool.
Is that like on TV now?
It's like it was a national one for a while, I think.
That's pretty cool because like sports have a way of always kind of like transcending what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, because I remember after 9/11 when they did the national anthem for the NFL teams and the Major League Baseball teams, like you can tell, like like there were players just like crying and all that.
Yeah.
And you can tell that's like what people needed was just like to have sports. And then that year, I think the Yankees and the Diamondbacks went to the World Series. You can tell New York was just like so behind the Yankees. And then when the Boston Marathon bombing happened, and when David Ortiz came out and said, this is our fucking city, that was like,
Big Poppy,
dude, Big Poppy just knows what to say. And then with the, like you said, with the whole shooting that happened here, it's like out of like all the senseless, stupid, evil stuff that happens, there, sports can really just bring things together. And
it was England, right? England was the one that was like the vocal
He was
board,
like our voice.
the voice behind the after that, and like when he spoke. Yeah, it is crazy, man. Fuck that's probably something that like I feel like this is like a point in my life where like when I'm older or like when I have kids or when all that when I'm just a lot older, like that this is gonna be something I want to remember. Like this year is gonna be the year I'm gonna remember.
So this year there was no losers.
No, I definitely don't believe that.
Yeah.
I don't think there was any losers. Like fuck, man, we pushed through it. We got as far as we could, and like sure we lost to the Capitals, but fuck, man, we really fucking showed. We really showed what Vegas is,
Yeah, that was really cool.
It's
that was really
crazy,
cool.
man.
Speaking of sports, the World Cup starts tomorrow.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
the World Cup
I
does start
know.
tomorrow.
8 a.m. Germany and Mexico play tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow
Yeah.
morning.
Oh,
And we're not-
Deutschland?
No, we're
I'm
actually-
waking up early. I'm waking up early.
Yeah, it's on my calendar. I saw it.
Yeah, that's what I remember hearing is that it is coming up.
Yeah, it's
I remember in 2010, U.S. had a really good run. I think they made it to like the 16 teams, and they lost to an African team because it was during Phil Hall's bachelor party.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the one they had in South Africa, right?
Yeah, South
We
Africa.
live by a fire station, so we'll hear that every now and then. Sorry.
No, U.S. made a really good run, and then last year, the last World Cup, it wasn't really too good, and this year they did not even show up.
No. What do you think? I haven't followed it. So it's Germany and Mexico tomorrow, though. Isn't it?
Yeah,
That's our first game.
Germany's right now 63% favored to win over Mexico.
63.
Who won? Didn't Germany win the last?
Yes.
Yeah, they won against who was it? They beat.
Brazil was one of the games, but I don't remember who they beat at the
I
end.
don't think
They beat.
It was Holland.
Yeah, because they
Netherlands.
really beat the shit out of
I think
Brazil.
everyone remembers the Brazil game is because it was an ass whoop. It was like
Oh, no.
6 or 7.
I remember like the first couple goals, and then they would just kept going in. I'm like,
The
this is not normal.
Like, this is how soccer works.
Germany channeled their late 1930s rhetoric and
Seems a little overkill, but okay.
Well, they did, dude. Like 6-0, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 6-0.
crazy.
Yeah.
It was a crazy score. But we'll see what's gonna happen tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Well, I bet somebody at work $20 that we would win. So
You know what sucks though is like from now until probably the end of time, when you want to like say something funny about Germany, it's always going to relate to
It's always.
It's always going to relate to
It's not gonna go away.
I don't know how many
Sounds
Family
like-
Guy episodes I've
Tony,
seen.
stop a little bit.
There's just it's
Tony,
always.
no, get back to Tony. He sounds a little bit.
No,
Tony,
don't shut up about
drink
it.
it. Drink
There,
it.
there we go again.
Yeah, you didn't give me shit because you left rats.
You
in
left
that
it.
fucking beer right now.
Drink it, Tony.
calm down.
Fucking drink it.
It's alright. Just drink your beer, time to relax.
It's
You're gonna
okay.
lose that $20
Relax.
to
I'm the one that needs to relax.
It's okay, baby.
Yeah.
You're German, man. It's okay. It's cool.
That has to do with it.
So it starts tomorrow, right? And then
Yes.
it's in Russia this year, right?
Correct.
Shit, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's gonna be cool.
It's in Russia this year.
Fuck. So it starts at 8 in the morning.
Yeah, because
No, they're early.
they're like
So it's off of their time.
yeah, because they're like 10, 15 hours ahead of us.
Is
So.
there any way we can?
I remember
watch
there
on
was
our
a
phones or anything
time
like
that
or
we watched
over
it.
there, or
We could. Well, if we get service out there, I don't know.
I don't know either. I generally get okay service out in Boulder.
Yeah, I'm fucked. I have Sprint. Sorry.
Oh, you guys are going to Boulder?
We're going to Boulder City.
We're going to Lake Mead
We're going to
tomorrow.
Lake Mead tomorrow.
You guys going to Lake Mead? God
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
My uncle went scuba diving in Lake Mead. They said that
Did he find an alligator?
No, but they
An alligator.
I'm afraid of alligators.
they sink like they
Dead
sunk like a
bodies?
school bus. they sink shit, so you can go down there and like
Look at it.
And, like,
look at
find
it.
stuff to
Yeah.
look at?
Yeah.
I wonder if they have Jason Voorhees in there.
I saw that lake where they did that.
I
Where,
don't know what lake it was, but they did it. They have a Jason Voorhees.
yeah, so when you dive down there, he's
statue.
just chilling down there.
Fuck
That's
that
fucking
shit,
awesome,
dude.
right?
I would
though?
not.
Isn't that so cool?
I would rather scuba dive in the ocean than a lake. For some reason, lakes just creep me the fuck out.
I don't like deep water to begin
I mean,
with.
we're gonna find a nesting down there if you go down deep enough, right?
You are.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you would.
No.
Come on,
You're gonna try to convince me that rats
Come
and
on,
mice are
Tony.
the
Rats and mice are the same animal.
Goddamn same thing, Tony. What
Okay.
the fuck's wrong with you?
Think of them as a plant. If you don't give the plant a bigger space to grow, it's going to stay small. But as soon as you put in something bigger, then it's going to get bigger.
Yeah, dude. Think about
So a mouse is inside the house because it's enclosed.
it. So it's
And then as
small.
soon as it gets
So you
outside,
could-
it gets bigger.
None of this.
But
makes
even
sense.
if it gets bigger, if it goes back inside the house, it's not a rat anymore. It's a
Yeah,
mouse.
It's become a mouse. It's actually become a
It
mouse.
shrinks.
He's got a little bigger.
I
And what the fuck's a field mouse?
Those belong in deserted areas.
What?
But they go
You
through
just
the
pulled
same
shit out of your
cycle.
ass.
No,
no, it's a rat, dude. Even though it's called the field mouse.
Yeah, because they
It's-
call fields homes.
Yeah, and the field is what outside, so it's a rat.
Do you think a field's a home, Tony?
Come on, Tony. You gotta think about
You
this
okay?
stuff.
You look a little woozy there.
I need to get some.
And then-
What they call them, waiters? So I
No,
can
this is like
stand up and all this bullshit I'm hearing right now.
this is like the group that like all of a sudden we're just starting to turn on Tony. We're just starting to like
That's why you can't give me shit for it, Dean.
yeah.
It's a thing.
No, Tony. How about you tell the people when you told me I was possessed and you told me to stand outside? Who was
We were young.
You told Dean he was
I
possessed?
baptized him.
Yeah.
He is a man of the Lord. What are you speaking of?
Yeah, Tony.
All I remember is they said that gnome in Garland's house was haunted, right?
Yeah.
There were stories that had moved around, and I don't remember what happened. We were all in there. And at one point, we're like, Dean's possessed. It's like he went outside and he was praying.
No. What happened was we were in Gar's apartment, and then we were like in his bathroom, and you had the water running in the tub or something, and like, like we're gonna have to baptize Dean. He's possessed, and then I was just like, because I just want to hang out with you guys so much. Like, maybe I am.
Maybe I am.
Maybe I am a demon.
And then you tell me, no, you got to go outside and pray. So I'm outside, like on my knees, praying. And then Robert's mom comes up. I was like, what are you doing? They told me I was possessed, and I had to be out here praying. And then did she tell you guys something already? Or I think she
No,
just
because we
shook
weren't
her
supposed
head.
to be there.
Yeah.
We weren't supposed to be there, so we all ran away.
That's fucked up.
Ah,
That's
dicks.
fucked up.
Didn't you later find out Robert's mom wasn't his mom, that she kidnapped him?
I
That
didn't
was
know that. Yeah, that
crazy.
That's a
was-
crazy story, man. You know, that's good. Yeah, that's that one show on
Making a
MTV.
Murderer?
No, MTV.
Tangled?
No, MTV.
That's a
Finding
Disney
Carter?
movie.
No, not
But
Finding
they
Carter.
can't-
Oh, yeah, Finding Carter. I love that
Is
show.
that the one?
Where she gets kidnapped but raised with this woman
Yeah,
that
essentially
kidnapped her.
That's exactly Tangled.
That was exactly the story. What the fuck is Tangled, dude?
Tangled is a Disney movie with the girl with the
That gets
bundle.
kidnapped
by a
by
witch?
a different Liz.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's true, but I mean it's a witch, so it's not true. But yeah, that's the story. All right, well, we're right about an hour and 8 minutes right now, so I guess we're going to start wrapping it up. If you guys want, you guys have anything to say?
We just have one quick note, just on a somber side. If you or someone you know needs help, please consider contacting the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255. Or you can text 741-741 to connect to a trained crisis counselor. If you know anybody that's maybe not feeling down or is maybe not doing so well, give them a call. Some things happened recently and it just brings some things to light. Sometimes all that requires is a real good friend to help somebody out. and make sure they get the help before they do something maybe that we all will regret.
Yeah, and that's obviously in regards to Anthony Bourdain, who I used to watch all the time on the Travel Channel when he had no reservations.
It was a great show.
Like that dude was probably the personification of cool, and usually it's weird because and obviously we've been affected by by suicide from a couple of dear friends, but like when it comes to celebrities, like you don't know them, but you still kind of feel like I remember like when Robin Williams.
That one would affect me. I feel like affected me the most.
That was tough. And then the one that really got me was with last year with Chris Cornell, the singer from Soundgarden, Audioslave. Because it's funny how you guys brought up that T-Bird. There's a video in Audioslave where they're just like driving these like muscle cars, and when they came out, I remember it's like they came out with their CD and they made this video where they're all driving these cars. And I remember, like, Faustino gave me a ride to the store, and this car's like, oh, man, this is like that Audioslave video. So, like, my whole, like, adolescence was just, like, Audioslave, like, the big part of it. So, like, when he did that, I was like, oh, man. So, yeah, no, it sucks. It's really, there's really
like Linkin Park, too, right?
Yeah. He did that, like, a month right afterwards,
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
And it's sad. Even people close that we knew, it's sad. To wake up one day and be like, "Hey,
it's a tough struggle."
We don't know what goes through these people's heads.
No, like what I heard recently was like the whole thing. It happens in your head. You kind of hear the voice in your head that talks about it, or you just hear the whole reference of just like, oh well, maybe I should off myself, right? And then it's just like a fly after the fact that. Especially with people that have like a sickness or like even it's almost hereditary where like family members or like have done it and like it's just kind of just like I said, it's just like a fly. It kind of just sticks around in your head. I mean, it's kind of off-putting. It's kind of maybe it's just the back of your mind. It's never even there sometimes at some points, but then there's points where like that fly is in front of you and that fly is going to bug you over and over again. And I mean it's a sickness, and sometimes it's hard to understand for some of us because I mean us. I kind of feel like we're kind of okay, like we kind of don't know like the whole like because I don't know if you guys have ever felt it, but I've never felt it in my life. Like I've never had that fly in front of me, but. There's people out there that fucking fight that battle every day, and it's
props to them for not doing it.
Yeah, because it's crazy, and definitely like if you're feeling like you need help, like fuck it, if you call the line, call the hotline, and if you feel like oh that's bullshit, talk to someone in your family. All right, you don't want to talk to someone in your family, talk to a fucking stranger because a stranger will even help you. Like.
Go to a church. If you're in the church, go talk to someone at your church.
Because at the end of the day, like most people at the end of the day are always just looking out. They're looking out for themselves, and eventually they're looking out for just decent human beings. They're just gonna be like, look, like there's people out there that I mean, what you're doing is gonna hurt more people than you think, and like just like the moment it's out there, the moment you talk about it, like. You start thinking about the bigger scope of things versus the fact of like just being mind warped or just in tune to something. It's I don't know. It's a lot bigger than.
And then what it is too is still there's that stigma that's behind like mental stuff like we've done now like
mental health
because like when people pass away from cancer or pass away from any kind of disease, you say they pass away from cancer. They attribute it to that disease.
Yeah.
But when it's a case of suicide, they don't attribute it to a disease. They just say no. He or she just didn't have the mental fortitude to just stick it out. Yeah. And it shouldn't be that. It should be no. If you're feeling something because your mind is just as in tune with your body as anything. So it should be treated the same way.
Exactly. Yeah.
So.
But on a brighter note, we also have a new theme song. I don't know if you guys noticed that from last week.
That's true.
Good friend of ours, Gabe, has gone out of his way to make us a very nice theme song.
And you know what? Right now, the song we're using is more of like a beta.
Rough draft.
A rough draft, exactly. Like he's obviously gonna give us something better, but you know what? I felt like what he gave us was pretty authentic. as much as.
Well, because it came from the heart. It was, hey, I just did this right now. Here you go.
I fucking love it.
That was like shredding.
Exactly, exactly what it was, and I kind of feel like that's what we've had before, and like it's good. And shout out to Gabe. Thank you for making the music, and I hope you make us something
Hi,
better.
Vanessa.
And I mean, what he is. I guess we're all set.
Thanks at Dr. Gabe the Babe. Follow him on Instagram.
There you go. And his SoundCloud, I don't know what it is, but we'll put it in the description for sure.
And you know who it is.
Exactly.
You know who you are.
And if this is your first time listening, thanks for coming. The Drunk Weekends LV podcast produced every Saturday for your enjoyment. Come back often. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Drunk Weekends LV and at Facebook.com/Drunk Weekends LV. The show is also available to watch on YouTube every Monday or Tuesday, depending on.
I'm gonna try.
And shout out to Maggie for being our first guest
Yeah,
ever.
first guest ever. Whimsical Maggie.
Maggie, yeah. Yeah, that was a good deal. That was a good intro.
I didn't talk
like
much, but I made people laugh, so it's
Yeah, people are gonna laugh.
that's my
Shout out to Miss Yeoman too.
Yeah,
Shout out to Miss Yeoman for introducing us to Maggie.
Miss Yoman, you the shit, dog.
Yo, Bonnie.
We love you.
I found a ghost in my house, girl. I'm gonna send you the link.
Okay. All right. We gotta finish this. All right. Bye, everybody.